So I'm giving this a C- with a big chance to rise up. Like, there is a chance that you could do revisions and that you can get this up higher. The number 10 pick is a great asset. There is a chance that becomes a foundational building block to this team next to Devin Booker for the rest of his career. We have seen all-stars and superstars go with the 10th pick. Plus, you might be able to package some of the other draft capital you have, and maybe you can move up even more, or you can move up in the second round. Plus, you still have the 29th pick. You are loaded with 4 draft picks, 2 in each round and 1 in the top 10 in this year's draft. That's not nothing. Dillon Brooks is not nothing. He's going to bring grit to this team. He's going to bring personality, and he's going to bring this idea of toughness that Jordan Ott, Mat Ishbia, Brian Gregory have been preaching that this team desperately lacked, and we were lamenting about last season. Nobody threw a punch last season. They might this season with Dillon Brooks in that locker room. Right. And then 5 second-round picks, there is some flexibility there. My main thing is if you can use that to get off of Bradley Beal, if you can draft a foundational piece with 10, and if Jalen Green develops into something or you move them, there's a chance that this can get bumped up because you weren't going anywhere with Kevin Durant. You had to trade him and you were backed into a corner. So I'm going to step off here. I want to hear all of y'all's trades, grades, and everything in the chat. Sound off. Shout out to all of you for jumping in on a Sunday, and I will talk to you all again very, very soon.
Thank you, Eric. I want to get your guys' grades for the deal as well. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us on a Sunday. Please make sure to leave a like. It helps us a lot. Leave us a 5-star review if you are enjoying us. Or even if you're not and you're just here, leave us a 5-star review because it helps. Steven, I'll go to you first. What would you grade this trade? And I know that trade grades are tough because a lot of the times they're spur of the moment. We have no idea how it's going to pan out down the road. We don't know what subsequent moves are going to follow. But gut reaction here, immediate reaction, what would you grade it?
Yeah, because of the value and the optionality that the number 10 pick gives you that you just simply did not have in any capacity prior to this trade happening, in addition to the potential of Jalen Green and the three-point shooting and toughness prowess of Dillon Brooks, I don't think it could be anything less than a B-.
Okay.
And I see avenues that it could work on the court with Jalen Green and Devin Booker. Obviously, it's not the most maybe natural per se because they're both kind of more combo guards than one being established as a 1 and a 2. And obviously with the size part of it as well when you bring that in. But I feel like you can see where they're trying to get to in terms of the roster that they're looking to build for Jordan Ott in season 1. And because of that and what the potential of deals to come gives them based off of the picks that they got in the second round in particular, it gives them some options. So I'm going B-.
I think the only real grade that you can give it is an incomplete, but I know that's not the exercise, right? So at best, it's a C- to me. And if there's no subsequent larger moves the rest of the offseason, it's an F. Because if this is the big move you make, if this is the plan, the big plan, and you run into the season with where we're sitting now, it's an F because you're not. I don't feel very good about it, but I refuse to believe that this is it and that there are subsequent dominoes that you're looking at to try to figure out. But if you go in with Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Bradley Beal, and freaking Grayson Allen all on your roster, and then you don't really address any of the other major issues in a big way, then it's an F. And I will agree with everybody that the deal was misguided. But right now, it's a C- because I don't know what the subsequent stuff is.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm probably in the C category right now, C or C-, and it's going to depend on what comes next for me as well. Like, there has to be a subsequent idea lined up for Bradley Beal, whether that's buying him out and stretching and waiving, whether that's trading him somewhere. I don't think it's tenable to have Jalen Green, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker on the same team next year and expect Booker to remain patient. We knew that this upcoming season was going to be a step backward in terms of expectations. This organization still believes that they're going to compete for a playoff spot, but in terms of championship or bust expectations, everybody involved knows that that's not going to be the case this upcoming year. But if you have those 4 shooting guards on your team, not to mention undersized wings in Dillon Brooks and Royce O'Neal, as good as they are at what they do, you are asking for a sub 35 win season in my mind. So there has to be more lined up. I'm going to bear that in mind when I give this grade because I do like what Dillon Brooks brings in terms of checking a lot of the boxes of the identity that they want to establish, being more defensive minded, tougher, grittier. I appreciate all of that. I don't think Jalen Green is as bad as he's been made out to be, but I do think combined with that contract, he kind of feels like a negative asset right now. And he's going to have to prove a lot of people wrong that he can fit with Devin Booker. The number 10 pick is the most exciting part of the deal by far to me. And we'll obviously spend maybe a little bit of time at the end of this show and then probably all of tomorrow discussing the prospects that they should be looking at with that number 10 pick. But there are some decent options on the wing and at the center spot, which we know they desperately need at number 10, that I think could help them out. So I'm going to go with a C on this one.